Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Stupid Play NegativeAE, and welcome to another episode of Danganronpa V3. Last we left off, we had just found out that the virtual simulation thing can loop and is looped around. I kind of already knew it from the start, but we took a whole first half of the trial to figure that out. Bushed and Mono Fanny lost or is late for her period. Why do you know Mono Fanny's cycle? Never mind that. Perhaps this lack of motivation is due to a lack of hibernation. Hibernation? Yeah, I haven't been sleeping well lately, so I haven't been able to hibernate. Well, that's awful. What could be causing it? Is it because you have a lot on your mind? Is it because the graveyard shift pays a better hourly wage?
Really?
Is it because you don't want them to think that you're just goofing around? Is it because you want to stay friends? Is it because you want to watch it in real time? Father? He's gone into hibernation. We should let him be. Yeah, you're right. Night night. Alright, I'm interested to see who they pin this on and why Kokichi is acting super crazy about this. I know they're gonna twist it up, but we'll see what happens.
My head! You're so together! I feel like I'm forgetting someone important to me, but I just can't. My head hurts so much, I just can't remember. Have you forgotten? Maybe that's for the best. From this point forward, let's start a new life for ourselves.
You're on the threshold of an amazing adventure.
My baby is excited to meet his daddy, you know?
What the fuck?
What? I'm gonna be a father?
Oh my god. What the fuck is happening?
What a colossal death flag. I'll be surprised if he doesn't die after that.
More importantly, let's continue the conversation where we left off.
We understand Mew plotted the murder, but we need to find out who killed her.
And in
Yes.
order to figure that out, we need to understand Mew's actions. So let's discuss her murder scheme step by step.
I know that's important, but hearing you lead the conversation really pisses me off.
Let's see. Mew manipulated the virtual world to use it as part of her murder plan.
Don't just ignore me and start anyway.
If she had succeeded, she would have gone past the wall between the chapel and mansion. And then wham! Murdered me on the roof with the hammer.
She would make the murder seem like it happened in the real world, and then pin it on Kaito.
As for Mew's alibi in the real world, she could say she was locked into the virtual world. And in the virtual world, she could say she was near the chapel the entire time.
She'd make an excuse about how she couldn't reach the mansion because of the fallen bridge.
Uh-huh. Whoops, my hand slipped.
She dropped the bridge on purpose so she could separate the chapel from the mansion. Then secretly passed through the wall she installed and took advantage of the loop. After, she headed to where we were supposed to meet up, the mansion's rooftop. Oh yeah, Kaito was probably logged out around that time too.
That's when I saw Mew.
Okay.
Problem is, because of her murder plans, we don't even know where she was killed.
She was killed on the roof, right? Kokichi told us the roof door was locked and that he couldn't get through.
Maybe that's when culprit killed her.
That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
Did the culprit lock the door to the roof?
Perhaps. I don't think Mew did it. If Mew did lock it, she would have done it when she called Kokichi to the roof. Even if someone came up, I don't believe she would change the target of her plan. She knew that Kokichi would come up later. Locking the door would be suspicious.
Well, it's possible she didn't even think that far ahead. He was smart, but he was also really, really dumb.
No say such mean things. Killing game bad. Not Mew. Mew not bad person. Going to think we could have been friends if things different.
That might have been difficult, even without this killing game.
That didn't happen.
Nuh-uh. No way, Jose.
Huh?
Anyway, let's continue the discussion. If Mew was
Okay.
killed on the roof, the culprit must
The roof of the
have
mansion.
moved Mew's avatar to the chapel after killing her, right?
So the next thing we should talk about is how they moved her avatar.
Now we
They
know
threw
the
her.
mansion and chapel were actually next to each other.
Mhm.
Problem is, the wall between them.
Only Mew was able to go through that wall. The culprit wouldn't have been able to.
Then you're saying the culprit sent Mew's avatar through that wall?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the only way, right?
they threw it. They threw her.
But how did the culprit send Mew's avatar through the wall? I mean, it's not like they could have thrown her.
They definitely could have.
Don't not throw her!
We know. You couldn't because the avatar's physical strength was equalized.
Yes.
Physical strength equalized?
But you could throw her still, right?
That problem. Gonta no can protect everyone if that happens.
Jeez, keep up with us. We're already in the second half of the class trial.
How did they send Mew's avatar to the other side of the wall? Maybe that thing has something to do with it. You know, the loud sound you heard?
The thud. It was the chapel wall. From the roof.
Because of that sound, you guys went to the side of the chapel. Right? That's when you found the dead Mew there, right? If so, then I think that sound and her avatar being by the chapel are related.
There's no doubt in my mind it is related to this case. We need to figure out what could have been. It might be the clue we need to solve this case. So what was it? It sounded like something slamming into something else. The body into the chapel wall. Throw it off the roof.
That's it! I think the sound came from Mew's avatar hitting the chapel wall. The hammer, cell phone, and lattice were there, but they were too small to make that noise. Ruling those out, the only other explanation is that the sound was Mew colliding with a wall.
If that's the case, Mew's avatar must have hit the chapel wall really hard. He felt the impact all the way from the inside of the chapel.
Yeah, that's the real question. Mew's avatar probably hit the chapel's wall with pretty considerable force. But why did it hit the wall with such force? Can you guys figure it out?
What the
Hold
fuck,
on,
Kokichi?
Kokichi. What's up with the way you're talking?
Yeah.
Why are you talking like you know everything?
Let's not worry about that right now.
Because you do.
More importantly, we gotta solve the mystery. Fighting among friends is a waste of time.
This is my world, Kokichioma.
Friends? Us?
Rantaro's gonna be a thing too.
Anyway, can we talk about that after we figure this problem out?
I think it's Rantaro's world.
A way of transporting Mew's avatar that would cause it to crash
Or
into
maybe-
the chapel.
Oh, you know what? Maybe freaking what's her name from the first game is, because that was who was controlling the bears and the. There's so much that it could possibly happen. You're getting Mia's avatar to crash into the roof. There's only one way I can think of how to do that.
As your partner, I'll give you a little hint.
Yo, what?
Since the mansion was on top of a hill, the roof was pretty high up, right? Past the brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope. And the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof. If the culprit needed force to move the body, I wonder how they did it.
Kokichi is talking as if he's already got the whole thing figured out already. But I can't let him distract me. I need to solve the case. How to make Miyu hit the chapel wall from the roof of the mansion. Hangman's Gambit! Alright, I'll be back, guys. All done. Slid off the roof.
The culprit used the sloped roof as a slide for Mew's avatar.
Yes.
Slide?
Yes.
Aw, man, even with the slope and the snow, Mew's body wouldn't have slid.
Wrong. It would slide.
But the avatars can generate friction. We wouldn't have been able to walk otherwise. So I doubt that it would have had that much momentum.
Why does
No.
Kokichi know everything?
It would slide.
It wouldn't slide, just like Maki Roll said.
It would slide, just like Shumai said.
Who the hell is Shumai?
Oh, he's a pupil of Ramen Man. Sorry, my hobby slipped in.
I'm positive that's how Mia's avatar is moved, but maybe the culprit used something else to help her body slide? Here we go.
Even if her avatar slid off the roof, would it slide off that quickly?
Well, duh, it would.
It made that much noise. It must have built up a lot of steam.
Lots of snow piled up on roof. Not frozen solid, right?
You'd still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that around them. That's wrong!
Got it.
No, wait. There was something that could have been used to help slide Mew's body. Do you remember the lattice that was found by Mew's avatar? The culprit laid her on top of that, then used it as a sled on the roof. I did notice the lattice in the storage room when I first looked. But during the investigation, I saw that it was gone.
The lattice that was found next to the chapel is the one that disappeared from the roof?
Yes.
Then that's it. The culprit used the lattice as a sled.
Ding, ding, ding! That's correct!
Kokichi's doing something here. We're going into the game world.
After the culprit killed Mew on the rooftop, they placed her corpse on a sled.
Dude, that's so cool. They came up with like a little
Slid her down the roof steep
sprite
slope.
for the culprit.
The sled picked up speed, flew off the roof, glided through the wall only objects could pass through, and hit the chapel.
The question is, why do you know this,
The
Kokichi?
impacts made all of her belongings scattered, including the hammer and cell phone.
Just like that hedgehog who loses all his rings whenever he crashes into stuff.
God damn it.
I hate that guy and his worldwide fame and his stupid games, and I hate that hedgehog!
Daddy, I'm glad you're feeling motivated again, but you shouldn't be so hateful. That'd be an example to our new family.
Yeah, Father. Or should I start calling you grandfather now?
What the fuck?
Now that we know how the body slid down, we're just one step away from the culprit. Well, Shuichi, do you know who the culprit is?
Huh. The culprit.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the end, we'll still need to guess the culprit. I don't know why I randomly start reading.
One of us killed Mew.
However, since we know she was killed on the roof, we can narrow down the list of suspects. Meaning, the culprit must be someone who was investigating the mansion. Aside from you, the people at the chapel could not go through the wall or cross the river.
So that means the suspects are Kaito, Tsumugi, Shuichi, and Gonta.
That's real sneaky, leaving yourself off the list.
Ooh, you got me.
That's right, 5 suspects, me, Tsumugi, Gonta, Kokichi, and Kaito. We don't know enough to name the culprit yet, but one of them is suspicious. When we were talking about the rooftop, they clearly lied. For what reason would they have to lie? I'll need to press them for information before making any judgments. Who the fuck? Who lied? I mean, the only one that lies really is Kokichi?
It's you.
Kokichi.
I don't know where he's
There's
going with
something I need
this.
to know.
What do you need to know?
Why did you lie just now?
Which lie are you talking about, Shuichi? I lie a lot, so you'll need to jog my memory.
Fine. I'll expose your lie right now.
Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting. It all began when Miyu showed us the map. That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
It was that testimony that bothered me.
Mine.
I see it!
That was
When you
weird.
were explaining that the door to the roof was locked, you said...
Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
But later, you said...
If the mansion was on top of the hill, the roof was pretty high up, right? Past the brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope. And the slope faced the chapel wall, yeah. I got it. I got what Suchi's
That's
getting
a
at.
lot of specific information. Stuff you wouldn't know if you hadn't been there.
Oh yeah! Now that you mention it, how did you know all that stuff?
You could probably see the steep slope of the roof from outside the mansion. But you wouldn't know about the brick handrail unless you went up to the roof yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? What?
What's this all about, Kokichi? Did you actually
It's a
go
little-
to the rooftop?
It's a little bit suspicious that he's kind of the first one.
Didn't. I already told you that before.
Why you look so nervous?
Is this a sincere reaction?
But there's no evidence that proves I went to the roof. Wait, I remember now. That thing Himiko said.
It's weird that he's... I don't know.
At the start of the class trial,
Nothing
I
feels
remember you
right.
saying the handrail was made of bricks. Ooh, you so clumsy, girl. Gotta be more careful there, Himiko.
Gotta be more careful there.
Himiko really say that?
She totally said that.
No, she didn't!
Yes, she did.
She did not!
She did too.
Then when? Tell me how long ago. In hours, minutes, and seconds.
What a worthless fight!
Stop it, Grandpa! All this terrible fighting is bad for the baby!
Yeah, grandfather. Stop them before your grandkid is born.
What the fuck is going on with this family?
I'm not gonna apologize, because Himiko said it.
So damn stubborn.
How much longer are you going to behave like this?
We don't have time for this. But Kokichi is stubborn. He won't fess up no matter what. But if he's being this stubborn, it makes me think he has something to hide. To get him to show his hand, I have to prove that he was on the roof. I may not like it, but I have to be aggressive. If we don't get the whole truth now, everyone's lives are in danger. Shit.
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies,
Oops.
man.
Did not mean to do that.
lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
What did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
I had to lie on that statement. It took me a full heart to understand that.
Kokichi, you're lying right now, aren't you?
Huh? Lying about what?
Just before the murder occurred, I went to the salon to check on you. But you weren't there.
What? Really?
I waited there for a while. You never showed up.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Didn't you go right back to the salon after finding the roof door locked?
You use underhanded tactics too, huh, Shuichi? So who are you guys gonna believe? Shuichi or me?
Well, of course I'm gonna believe Shuichi.
I believe Shuichi 100%.
The one who's not Kokichi.
100 house points. No, Himiko points to Shuichi.
But to go to the salon, Shuichi would need to pass by me in the dining room.
Oh, fuck.
I wonder why I didn't notice Shuichi there.
That is crazy.
Oh well, I'll believe Shuichi anyway. He's usually
Oh,
stuff.
Sorry, but
fuck.
I'm going to believe Shuichi too.
Dude, she totally was like, hey, wait a second.
I see. I wanted at least Gonta to believe me.
What comes around goes around. That's what happens to liars like you.
Why do you guys hate lies that much? There's only one truth, but endless possibilities for lies, you know? And some of them are only white lies, or lies to be kind to people. If you deny all of that just because it's a lie, then that means you guys are just terrible at being lied to. Seriously, the worst!
Just spit it out already. You went to the roof, didn't you?
Isn't that where he met up with Miu?
No, he didn't just meet her there. Probably.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you if you want to know that badly. Consider this my revenge.
Revenge?
You got some balls lying to me. I'm gonna take away your fun for pissing me off, Shuichi. I won't let you do any detective work, or deduction, or mystery solving, or anything.
Oh?
So, I'll confess everything. You guys better listen carefully.
Okay.
Yes.
A confession? So you are the culprit after all.
I came up with a plan after Miu asked me to meet up with her. She asked me pretty eagerly, too, so I decided to pry some info out of her. She gave me the rundown of the virtual world before she explained it to you guys. As I listened, I realized she was planning a murder. On me, no less. When I investigated the virtual world, I found out that a person can die from shock. Without a doubt, she planned to use that for my murder. So that's when I decided to prepare my own crime with her plan. I pretended to cooperate with her and lured everyone into the virtual world. That's also why I worked together with Monokuma.
You worked together with Monokuma?
I guess the jig is up. Yeah, everything he said is true. Kokichi came to me with an idea to make the killing game more interesting. It was such a good idea, I decided to place a motive in the killing game simulator.
You added a motive? And the secret of the outside world is the motive, right?
No fair! Monokuma can't take sides!
I didn't help him with anything, and I had nothing to do with the murder itself. He merely suggested a way to spice up the killing game, and I accepted. Kokichi and I had a quid pro quo relationship. Technically.
Bullshit! No
Technically,
matter how you
didn't
look
violate
at it,
the
you
rules.
guys are working together.
I'll explain my relationship with Monokuma, so let me finish my confession.
I'm fine with that, but you're confessing without much of a fight.
I told you, I'm gonna get in the way by taking away the mystery-solving fun. If I can't win this game, then I'll make it boring for everyone. That's my revenge. Well then, the culprit is Gonta.
Okay,
What?
I'm down for that. That's what I.
What did you...
Wait! When did Gonta kill Mew?
That's a lie! He didn't kill her! Kokichi's just lying!
Now you're trying to pin
I
things
wouldn't
on
doubt it.
Gonta?
I'm gonna go ahead and say that he's telling the truth here, and that Gonta's actually the killer. That would make a lot of sense. He's the least person you would expect.
Obvious lie?
It's not.
There's no way Gonta could commit a murder this complicated. He's not smart.
It's my turn now.
Huh?
The truth is, Gonta and I worked together. We formed a duo to end this killing game. As the Killing Game Busters!
What busters?
We must win this killing game in order to end this killing game.
What you mean, we?
By the way, I came up with a murder plan, and Gonta carried it out.
Gonta what?
Why are you more surprised by that than the first thing he said?
Cause Gonta have no idea what he's talking about.
Come on, quit lying and tell us the truth.
Gonta is telling the truth! He's not someone who lies all the time like you!
And no matter how naive Gonta may be, I doubt he would ever team up with Kokichi.
He what definitely did.
Not after insect meet and greet incident.
It's obvious what he's trying to do. Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, so Kokichi's trying to trick him. He's trying to sacrifice Gonta to escape from his crime!
You're a terrible person! How dare you use Gonta like that?
You're right. I'm sorry. I did something horrible to Gonta.
Is he gonna try to split the vote? Gonta Kokichi?
I didn't want Shuichi to hog all the glory, so I told everyone the truth.
Cut that out. I told you it's not gonna work.
Don't you think I could have pulled the strings and made Gonta carry out my commands?
It doesn't matter if it's possible or not, because I say it's just impossible.
I believe him, dude. Honestly, he's the last person you would think.
There's no need to bring emotions into class trials. All we need is logical thinking. Right, Shuichi?
What? Gonta not understand what's going on. But still, Gonta not kill Mew. Gonta really not know anything. And also, Gonta not tell lies. And Gonta not make trouble for others. Cause that not how gentlemen act. That why Gonta not culprit.
Yeah, Gonta's not lying. I can tell just by looking at him.
I already used my magic to check. Gonta's definitely
It doesn't
not
matter
lying.
if he's lying or not.
Then let me ask you guys. If it's not Gonta, then who's the culprit?
You, of course!
Come on! There's already proof that I couldn't have killed Mew.
There's already proof?
Oh, Did you forget already? Then let me make it clear again. Why I can't be the culprit!
Interesting. I like this music. It's different.
I am not the culprit. Didn't I
Setting on
prove that to you
Kokichi's
guys
avatar.
already? The clue is how Mew was killed.
Strangled to death, right?
Yep.
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
Well, I want to argue
In which case,
that.
even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her.
No. Boom. Right there.
That's wrong!
That's wrong. Because Kokichi should have been stood still.
Maybe it wasn't possible for Kokichi to strangle Mew.
Why wasn't it possible?
Mew modified my avatar, so if she attacked me, I wouldn't be able to resist. If Mew touched me, then I'd be unable to move.
Huh?
So I would have had to kill her instantly, such as stabbing or hitting. I couldn't have murdered her by strangulation, because it'd be game over if she touched me.
Well, if you were using the toilet paper, you wouldn't need to touch her directly.
But if you can't be touched while you're wrapping the toilet paper around her neck, then it would be impossible.
Which means, as long as she died from strangulation, it couldn't have been me.
Wait!
It's definitely going
what if
to.
it was something besides strangulation then? Like,
There's no doubt Mew was strangled. We already discussed this.
Kaito is really desperate to make me the culprit. No matter how much you whine about it, you can't change the truth. The culprit who killed Mew is Gonta Gokuhara! This is the truth you all adore so...
No! Gonta not kill Mew! It's true!
It makes sense.
You gotta believe Gonta! Gonta would never hurt anyone!
Yeah, but you would if you didn't know.
Believe you. You've been risking yourself to protect everyone.
But if you didn't know, you
No
would
way Gonta would kill. He won't even kill Belle.
knowingly.
I believe Gonta too. I'm not gonna listen to Kokichi's lies.
of course! Who'd believe a liar like him?
Me.
He's lying about Gonta being the culprit, so there's no point talking about it.
That's not true. I don't know about that. If we want the truth, we might have to ask uncomfortable questions.
Right, Shuichi? You think so too, don't you?
Nope.
I know how important it is to believe, but as the ultimate detective, I know we can't solve this case with belief alone.
Huh?
It's just that something doesn't add up. I have this feeling something's off. We can't keep going back and forth like this. We need to discuss this.
What, you wanna suspect Gonta?
Too bad, Kaito. Looks like Shuichi agrees with me.
No, I'm not trying to...
Oh, the irony! It's all thanks to Kaito that Shuichi got his act together as a detective. And now, Shuichi's intuition as a detective has made him more suspicious of others. Well, can't be helped. That's just what a detective does.
That's not it, Kokichi. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone
Shuichi, Gonta really not do it. Gonta not culprit.
Let's think about it though.
Leave Gonta.
We might as well discuss it.
What?
As a precautionary measure, that's all.
Yeah.
I think we need to seriously discuss whether Gonta was capable of committing this crime. Only
Yes.
then can we arrive at a logical decision.
And if he's not it, then we can eliminate him.
You guys, why don't you get
But
it?
I have a feeling.
That's just what Kokichi wants. He's just trying to split us up. Shuichi, open your eyes!
But...
One Truth Special! Sorry to ruin this tense moment, but you guys seem pretty evenly split right now. So, the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial ground!
So we're gonna do that again?
Shuichi,
Yes.
Why don't you understand? You're my sidekick, aren't you?
Yeah, but we gotta rule out that fucking possibility, yo. Of course I want to believe Gonta. I don't think... Why don't you say that out loud, Shuichi? Why didn't you say that? God damn it, dude. Talking in your head like an idiot. Alright. Split opinion. Let's go. Shouldn't it leave the dead people on the ground? Are they really going to be debating for us? Alright, let's do it. Quick and fast. Let's go. It's impossible. It's possible.
Shuichi, are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
I got this! I can't say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Gonta is such a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Kokichi, don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Could Gonta have even made it to the rooftop without being noticed?
Kibo, the entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall.
I got this! No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
But Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
Kokichi!
I did cooperate with Monokuma, but only on a temporary basis.
It's all a lie. Kokichi is the one who killed Mew.
Kibo, that isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Gonta not kill Mew! Honest!
I got this! The truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
That is the truth. That's, I understand what Kokichi's trying to do here. Nah. I understand what Kokichi was doing all this time. He was egging Kaito on so
In my
we
opinion,
turn against each other.
As long as it is possible that Gonta is the culprit, we have to discuss it.
That's ridiculous. You're going to believe Kokichi over Gonta?
That's not it at all. I just want the truth. If
Yes.
we're going to survive, I have to find the truth.
But Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit.
I still don't think Gonta's lying.
He's not, but he didn't
I
know.
tell you guys already? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically. Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit. That's why it hurts my heart to persecute Gonta like this! Gonta, if you understand, then do it right. Make logical arguments for the truth.
Logical arguments?
It means use your head to make arguments.
Use head?
What I'm trying to say is, if you aren't the culprit, then you gotta prove that you aren't!
Yes.
Gonta really not know.
I'm sick of hearing you say you don't know! God, why are you so dumb?
Gonta just want to help everyone, like true gentlemen.
You're a true gentleman? More like a true nincompoop.
Hey! Now that's just bullying.
Bullying? Yeah, so what? That's what you do in this game, right? You guys blame and gang up on me, but now you're gonna pretend to be good people?
No, I never ganged up.
Gonta, argue back already! Just make an excuse or whatever!
Stop it!
Stop what? You mean stop the game? Hey, do you even know what you're saying?
Yeah, I know. What about it? I don't want to survive if it means I have to stoop to your level.
Oh, that's a low blow right there. Then just die in a hole for all I care! We want to live, so stop getting in our way!
Quit it. If you don't shut your mouth, then I'll shut it for you. Permanently.
Magi, please, calm down.
Sorry. It Gonta's fault everyone's so upset. But Gonta telling truth! Gonta really not culprit! Does
I don't...
Gonta not know anything? Really?
Cut it out already! That's all you've been saying this whole time!
You're the one that needs to cut it out.
Yeah, see, people don't understand. It's not... Wait, what did Kokichi say? All you've been saying this whole time. That's true about Gonta. This whole time, Gonta's been saying he doesn't know anything. Gonta not understand either. Mio like this when Gonta wake up. Gonta was sleeping too. Had strange dream. Gonta not understand anything. Gonta not know. Murder already happened when Gonta wake up. Why this happened? Why Mio kill? Because he doesn't understand the game world? I'm not doubting that Gonta didn't want to do it. I think Gonta thought that maybe that he didn't kill Miyu because it was a virtual world or something. Well, when exactly did he start using that defense? After logging out.
That's it!
That's it. It was after he logged out. That means...
Did Gonta get into an accident in the virtual world?
Accident?
The accident that hurt Gonta, that was... Bug. Wait. Gonta wasn't smart enough to attach the two.
This is it!
Gonta switched the two things. Gonta's not smart enough to put the red and blue. Some avatar, yeah. Gonta wasn't smart enough to put in the two wires. Something definitely strange definitely happened when you all logged in.
An avatar user error?
Ever since Gonta logged out, he's been saying, I don't know, I don't understand.
That's because Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, right?
No.
That's what I thought at first. But I think it's because of the error.
Yeah.
What you mean?
If the error is what's affecting Gonta, it's making him forgetful and loopy. Then what was the error? What could it have been? The red and blue wires. Done. So Gonta has no idea that he was the murderer.
I believe it's possible that Gonta doesn't remember what happened in the virtual world.
Huh? He doesn't remember.
You started saying, I don't know anything, after leaving the virtual world. I think that's the result of some kind of memory error.
Oh, that's why he doesn't remember anything that happened in the virtual world. Not even killing Mew.
What? That's ridiculous! Quit screwing around!
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
What do you mean he doesn't remember? He's just confused.
Gonta told us he was bad with computers, remember?
Memory or no memory, Gonta never hurt anyone! No way Gonta's the culprit!
Interesting.
Gonta never hurt anyone!
Remember because
Doesn't remember Gonta wants to keep everyone safe!
You did it, but you don't
would
remember.
never kill a friend!
There was a glitch. It's gentlemen! Gentlemen, protect friends!
Your lies aren't protecting me.
Gota not lying! That means there was Gota. Swear! Please believe Gota! Please believe...
Wow, that was tough. Alright, I got it. Yeah, going to just put his cords in
The
wrong.
cause of the error that affected Gonta's avatar is the 2 cords on the helmet used to log into the virtual world.
Put the red consciousness cord in the right port and the blue memory cord in the left. Curiosity, what happens if you switch the cords? I don't know, I've never done that before. Probably gets all glitchy or something.
I think that Gonta messed up something with the cords, causing the error.
If he mixed the consciousness and memory cords, then there'd be an error with memory. Like an error that won't let you bring your avatar's memories to the real world?
What?
Yep.
Do you think it's possible that you improperly connected the cords?
How Gonta's supposed to remember that?
He couldn't have messed it up. I've said it over and over. Right is the pan you hold your chopsticks in.
Oh, but Gonta holds chopsticks with this hand.
That's your left hand!
What?
Looks like it's decided.
Yep.
What? Decided.
Yes, it is.
He's wrong, isn't he, Gonta? You remember the virtual world, don't you?
Nope.
Gonta not remember. Gonta not even go to this virtual world place.
What?
Gonta fall asleep when he put helmet on. When Gonta wake up, Mew dead. Gonta not know what happened. So Gonta worry. Gonta not understand what everyone talking about.
No, it can't be.
But Gonta try his best to understand. Gonta imagine real hard.
That's
Yeah.
enough, Gonta. We already know.
Know what?
We know that you totally forgot about teaming up with me and killing Mew.
Wait a minute! That lie! Gonta not kill Mew! Why would Gonta do that?
Yeah, it's a lie! I'll never accept this! And besides,
Yeah, but that's
Gota's got no
odd.
motive to kill Mew!
I already gave you my testimony on how I came up with the murder plan.
And I'm saying I don't believe you!
Kokichi, if what you're saying is true, why did you plan it this way? You wanted to plan the murder yourself, but have someone else carry it out?
Is the person who planned it also included as a blackened with the perpetrator?
Nope! Only the person who actually commits the murder becomes the blackened!
Then there's no incentive to just plan the murder.
But Gonta's such a gentle soul. Why would he agree to this?
Hold on! That hasn't been decided yet!
Who
It
cares
definitely
about
has.
the motive? Let's vote for the culprit already.
I care about the motive.
But I don't care. Finding the culprit is more important in this class trial. Talking about the motive is meaningless. It's not necessary for this specific case.
No matter what you say, I'll never believe your lies.
We all agree that Gonta is the culprit, right? It would be impossible for anyone but him.
Impossible? Why?
It's pretty obvious if you use the process of elimination. Which means, Shuichi, you'll be my partner, right?
me.
Because if you don't face the truth, then we'll all die, right? And you don't
Yeah.
want that, do you?
Okay.
Okay, let's begin!
Quit screwing around! I'm done putting up with your selfish bullshit!
Kaito, we should listen to his explanation. Our lives
Yeah,
depend
Kaito's.
on it.
We need to calm down a little bit.
So, we can now take Keyboy, Himiko, and Maki off the suspect list.
Yes.
Shuichi, would you care to explain? I doubt they'll believe it if it came from me.
There was no bridge. They... This one.
They couldn't get to the crime scene, could they?
The bridge from the chapel to the mansion was gone, and only Mew could pass through the wall.
Yes.
The three at the chapel had no way to get to the mansion, so they couldn't have done it.
Yes.
Kaito is the next one off our suspect list. And you know why, right?
Because he was logged out.
Kaito had logged out ahead of us.
Mew logged Kaito out from the start. But
Yes.
she did that to make us think the murder happened in the real world, right?
Yes.
Since we figured out the actual killing happened in the virtual world,
Yes.
it would have been impossible for Kaito, who had already logged out.
Uh-huh.
Mew's time of death was around 6:30 in the morning. That's after Kaito logged out.
Yes.
Kokichi's completely running the show now.
Yes. But, I mean, everything he's saying is making sense.
My synergy with Shuichi is super on point now, so let's move on to the remaining suspects. Gonta, Samugi, Shuichi, and me. Samugi and Shuichi can be crossed off. But
Yes.
what's the reason for that?
Because we were both... We have solid alibis.
Tsumugi and I are witnesses to each other's alibis.
Both of you heard Mew hitting the chapel wall, right? The
Yes.
culprit was definitely on the roof during that time, since they slid Mew down. Because of that, Shuichi and Samugi can't be the culprit. That leaves only Gonta and me as the remaining suspects.
Then you're the culprit!
Sorry for getting your hopes up, but didn't I already explain that's impossible?
He couldn't have done that because he was glitched. He couldn't have killed me. Uh-huh.
If Mew touched him, he'd freeze in place. Kokichi wasn't capable of strangling her.
So then, it's down to one person. And who was that again? Well, who is it?
Don't answer, Shuichi! You don't need to answer that! This is all Kokichi's trap!
It's not, though. What the fuck? Are you blind? Only one person could have done this. It's definitely you, dude. I mean, to be honest, no one was gonna kill you. And you were the least suspected person. Danganronpa does this a lot.
It's
Unfortunately.
Gonta.
Shuichi?
Yep, Gonta is the only person who could have committed the murder. You get it now, right? That's the truth we were all reaching for. The thing you guys wanted so badly, a truth without Mew Iruma's killer, is Gonta Gokuhara!
I knew it was like Gonta was gonna do something stupid like that.
Really? Did Gonta really do it?
Yep.
Jeez, is that really your reaction? It would have been fun if you went all crazy. But you forgot everything. So, oh well. A culprit who can't remember their murder is pretty interesting. So, better than nothing. If Gonta remembered, his cover would have been blown so fast. Especially since he's an idiot.
Hold on. I still haven't accepted this. This has gotta be Kokichi's trap.
It's
I
not.
still believe in Gonta. He's not the kind of person who'd kill.
Kaito.
I already said this a million times, Kaito. You shouldn't use emotions to...
You want proof? I've got your proof.
What's your proof?
After Tsumugi and Shuichi heard Kibo's voice in the mansion, they ran outside.
Yeah.
Who did they see out there?
Shuichi Samugi. Did you see Kibo around here anywhere? No, going to not see him.
Kokichi said it himself. When Miu's avatar crashed into the chapel wall, the culprit must have been on the roof.
I see. If Gonta's the culprit, it'd be weird if he wasn't on the roof.
True.
It's possible that he fled the mansion after he heard the impact.
You'd have to go through the entrance hall to get outside the mansion from the roof.
Yes.
Is that where Shuichi and Tsumugi ran to when they heard the crashing sound?
And maybe he jumped off the roof.
Not possible. That rooftop was pretty high up.
Normally, Gonta could have done it, but his avatar wasn't strong enough.
Yeah.
How about that? Now you get it, right? If Gonta was the culprit, there's no way he could have been outside the mansion.
Now you can't say Gonta's the culprit. Congrats!
What? Really?
That's not true. Would have been so nice if that were the truth. If Kaito were right and all this horrible trial would just end, but...
No, that's wrong.
What?
Just because Gonta was at the mansion doesn't mean that he isn't the culprit. All the culprit needed was a way to get from the roof to outside the mansion.
Huh?
Looks like Shuichi got it. I'll leave the rest to him.
Kaito, I know how you feel. I know because we all feel it. But we have to face the truth. No matter how cruel that truth may be, we need to face it to survive.
Whose side are you on, Shuichi?
Kaito, please.
Aren't you my sidekick? Was that just a lie?
Kaito!
I mean, you can believe what the fuck you want, dude.
Fine then! I'll tear that sorry reasoning of yours apart and wake you up!
I'm the ultimate fucking detective. What the fuck do you think this is? Kaito.
I'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? Not the kind of guy who kills someone. Don't you know that about him by now? I'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all?
It's Kaito's armament?
Not the kind of guy who kills someone. Damn it! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi?
Wow, that messes me up.
Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe
Wow, this is
Gonta?
tough.
Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe
Jesus.
Gonta?
The slower tempo.
Why, damn it? Who do you
Faster,
want to
please.
believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us. Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us. How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Saying the truth this, the truth that. There's a reason Gonta's not the culprit. Who do you want to believe?
It doesn't matter who I want to believe.
Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us. How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh?
Yeah.
Saying the truth this, the truth that. There's a reason Gonta's not the culprit. Who do you want to believe?
It doesn't matter, dude.
Damn it! There's
It
no
doesn't
way
matter.
to leave the mansion from the rooftop.
Teleport, discovered outside of the mansion.
It ends here!
Toilet paper.
Damn it!
So that mean Kaito's dead after this too?
The toilet paper we found outside the mansion. That's what the culprit used to get from the roof to the ground.
Toilet paper?
The same toilet paper that was used as the murder weapon. That's why we didn't find it anywhere else. Not at the scene of the crime, nor on it was outside the mansion.
Outside the mansion.
Hold on. If they used the toilet paper as a rope to get down from the roof, then they need to tie it to something. But there was nothing to tie it to. I know because I investigated the roof.
You're stubborn, Kaito. You're still going on about this.
Of course I am! I'm gonna believe in Gonta till the very end!
No, there was something that the toilet paper could have been tied to.
What?
The place where the toilet paper was tied down. This thing.
There!
The
GG,
binoculars on the
motherfuckers.
rooftop. The toilet paper could have been tied there. However, I don't think the culprit actually tied it down there. They just hung it. And then used the doubled up toilet paper to climb down. But in that case, they would have had to tug on it in order to take it down.
Yep, that's correct. Because I came up with that idea. But I thought I told Gonta to put the toilet paper back in the bathroom. Oh, I just ran into someone on the way and then threw it somewhere close by.
It's interesting that Gonta would agree to that. Why would he agree to kill somebody? I don't know.
Looks like Kaito's morale is shot, so this whole thing is done now.
The matter does appear to be settled.
That... it's...
So, it's true. Gonta really killed Mew.
But I'm the one who came up with the plan. Anyway, just admit your crime, Gonta. Even though you don't remember, you still did it.
But why did Gonta do such a terrible thing?
Wait, before you start crying, you gotta admit your crime first.
Stop. I won't let you, Kokichi. If anyone is gonna get him to confess, it's me. Gonta, I'm going to look back at the whole case one more time, okay? When you're convinced, you just let me know, all right? Let's end this together.
Okay.
Closing argument. Alright, I'm gonna be back. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode right here. Because we're over an hour on my screen. I'm gonna try to cut this down to around 50 minutes. I'm gonna end it right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please hit the like button. We had to kind of fucking get rid of Gonta there. But it was expected, because he was one of the ones that you least expected to do the murder. And that's kind of how you have to think in this weird Danganronpa world. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve this, and I'm going to come back with the final results, and maybe we'll get into a little bit of Chapter 5, or the end. We'll wrap up Chapter 4, I guess. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, you guys.